Yo, what's going on, boys? I'm moving away from the garage door because I've been trying to make this video. This is like my fourth take doing this. And you know me, I like to do this all in one shot. But I mean, it was like somebody's calling me. Then the Wi-Fi was trying to connect to that over there. Then we hear a dog dying outside. And I'm just like, what's going on, bro? It's like a sign that says, don't film this video, but we're filming this video. You know what I mean? We're coming in hot. So I want to talk a little bit about intrinsic and intrinsic motivators. I was talking to somebody and they're just like not motivated to clean their room. They're not motivated to do the school assignment they're gonna do. So if you're in college and you're doing a work that you don't really want to do, bro, I was literally in mini classes like astrophysics and calculus and all these other classes that you get to thinking and it's like, am I ever gonna use this stuff? What am I wasting my time for? And I always thought of it as a goal. Like if I can win this goal, then I can win the next goal. You know, it was like kind of like a game against myself, right? Because I always felt good when I got things accomplished. I was the kind of person that I loved writing stuff down and crossing things off the checklist, right? What frustrated me was the fact that I always had to learn how to do the homework and then learn how to do the tests, because the tests never looked like anything you've ever seen before, which was kind of frustrating. You know, they were trying to weed you out 24/7, but that's just how it went. So back to the example here is one of my buddies was saying, yeah, I don't feel motivated. You know, I feel like procrastinating against everything I need to do. What should I do first? Clean my room or do the homework? And I basically said, I'm like, look, you should probably go ahead and clean your room, because when you have a nice fresh room, you're actually going to want to be more motivated to study, because you know everything is where it needs to be. I'm not just in a big mess, right? Because your room is a state of your mind. I always believe that, where if your room is a pit, you've got a pit going on in your head. Okay, you're mentally like not there. So if you can clean your room up, you're gonna like clear your mind up, and you're gonna be more inclined to go ahead and study or do whatever it is you need to do, whether that's a work assignment or whatever. You know, that's what we did. When we got rid of the cats, we totally cleaned up that night. Took 4 or 5 hours, cleaned the whole place up, and now we're more motivated to go get a tree. So we finally have a Christmas tree for once. And because of that, we're able to actually enjoy what we have now. You know what I mean? I feel more motivated to go in and, you know, cook, because the cats aren't stepping on everything and it's not a total madhouse disaster where like cat litter is all over the place. You don't feel like walking anywhere, because we like to take our shoes off in the house because, well, I like to keep the place clean and less mopping for me. Plus, I don't know why you've been dragging in from outside. So these are kind of things I try to think about, right? And it's funny because people are like, oh, well, I'm not lazy. Okay, well, the fact that you say that means that you're thinking that you're possibly lazy. And then the fact that you're not doing the things you know you need to be doing is the definition of lazy. But I'll tell you this, lazy people have something that non-lazy people don't. And that is finding the way to make things happen fast, because they don't want to do hard work. So they're going to find the easiest routes to get that done. That's something I really noticed, you know, in school. So, you know, I find that people that want to procrastinate, or they admit to procrastination, it really is stemming down from, I don't want to do this right now, I want to do this later. This isn't pleasurable or fun to me right now. So, and it's not really that important. I mean, it's important, but it's not really something I care about too much. So why do it, right? For example, I know somebody who was studying a major they don't really like. Okay, why are you studying that? You know what I mean? What do you actually like to do? Humana. I don't know. Well, you've got to figure that out, because you're wasting your money and your time in college if you really don't know what you want to do. And you're saying, well, I don't feel like studying because I don't really like this class and yada, yada. So you got to figure that out, because procrastinating for later, then later comes and then you still don't feel like doing it. And you just feel like trash afterwards. And some people like procrastination because the stress gets them to that next level that they're going to need. I've seen that happen as well. where, all of a sudden, boom, everything just happened overnight. It's like you've been procrastinating on an assignment and then it was just done. You pull an all-nighter or whatever. I've never done the all-nighter thing. Okay, guys. Really believe that sleep is important. I think that's one of the reasons that I'm still sane and not insane, is because I've actually had some sort of sleep schedule in my life. And, if you can't get that, I would just take naps throughout the day, do something, but you got to get your sleep in. Personally, I try to get at least 7 hours. 7-8 hours is usually pretty good for me. But yeah, I heard that story today and I was just like, I got to make a video on this because this is just crazy. Where it's like, you're procrastinating, you're procrastinating. What you're doing isn't that important, but it really stems from a discipline, just like the last video. Okay? I'm sorry you don't want to do what you have to do. I don't want to have to brush my teeth either sometimes. Okay, I'm feeling nice and snuggly in your bed. You don't want to get up and have to do that. Oh, I'm just going to fall asleep. I'll wake up in a minute and it'll be okay. 6 a.m. rolls around and still never brush your teeth. Didn't wear your retainer, wondering why your teeth are rotting out. I'm coming for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, stems from discipline. And what is that? Routines and habits. If you can discipline your mind enough, and this could be a failure on the parents. If you parents out there didn't discipline your kids enough and actually make them understand why they were being disciplined, because a lot of kids are like, oh, well, I don't want to do this because, I feel like you're telling me what to do and all this. If you can conceptually explain to them why you're doing what you're doing, I honestly feel like kids would kind of get it a little bit more. Or when they at least get older, they're going to be like, oh, I understood now. Now I understand. Otherwise, they're just going to be a rebel towards that. And then one day when they need the discipline, they're totally going to ignore it because they hated it growing up. Versus, they get to that point and they're like, okay, I understood. Let me try to re-implement that now. And if you're already there, right, and it's too late for you, it's never too late. If you think it's too late, you can still implement those discipline habits, okay? Do whatever it is you want in the morning for those habits, but, a few of mine, wake up immediately, turn the light on, okay? Put the alarm on the other side of the room. Get to work, whatever it is you're doing. If you're going to the gym in the morning, go, okay? There's no time to think. That state when you wake up and you're just like, you don't really know what's going on? You need to have your mind on autopilot, that you have a routine down. Give your brain no time to feel, to think, to do anything. You're just zombie walking straight for the pre-workout, zombie walking straight to the restroom, whatever it is you need to do. Get that routine down. And growing up, I was okay with routines. And then eventually I was like, I don't really want to do routines anymore, but I still find myself doing them because I actually thought about it and I was like, you know what, this is actually really good for me. And this is going to get me to that next level that I need. Because if you just kind of wander around, the waves will just kind of take you around. And today I feel like going over here. And then actually over here. And you look back. And instead of moving forward, you've actually gone backwards, right? The sea has pulled you down and pushed you farther than you've ever wanted to be. Have you ever been out in the ocean and you get out to the waves and next thing you know, you're so far down there, you don't even know what happened? Same thing, bro. So encourage you to continue to stay disciplined. Do not procrastinate. I know you hear this all the time. Oh, I know I should do this. Sometimes if you don't do your should, you're going to start destroying your own confidence. It's an inner attack on your mind. So get your mindset right and everything else is going to fall into place. All right, bro? So in a world full of fakeness and deception, as always, keep dominating your realities. And I'll see you in the next one.